Welcome to GetRoaring. I'm Rory. Fancy meeting you here. We're back with our Hamilton Ogres. It's time for free agency after we do some contract signing. So let's go to the re-sign phase. We just finished the draft, so we'll have a bunch of players that are available in terms of rookies and unsigned players, but we're not going to sign them all now, obviously. We also have to re-sign our scouts and our coaches and so on. So let's see what happens. Six players to become restricted free agents. Okay. All right. So let's actually, you know what? Let's go look at our scouts first. Gonna skip that just quickly, but let us see who needs a new contract. I'm gonna sort by region type. We got a lot of C's, D's, E's overall, so I think we can do better than that. So let's let this guy go. And I think we had another pro scout that needed a contract. What do they rate it? E. Yeah, we're gonna let them go too. I think we could do better than that. I think we can find coaches that are higher rated. Now we'll have to fit them in the budget. That's the other part. So that might come into play when we adjust things. Let's. Do you have anyone? There's going to be a lot coming up for contract next year, so we'll just sort of write out what we have with the rest of them. We're not going to fire anybody unless we see somebody really good, and we need to make room. Let's see the coaching staff. I think our coaches are all, yeah. So we have a year left on everybody. Well, our coach won a Stanley Cup, so kind of hard to argue. And it was tentative at the beginning, but you know, pulled it out of the fire, I guess. He likes his best chemistry is with two of our best players, so that works out. The cup is a big one, though. Okay. We're good there. Let's take a look at our players. Oh, one more thing. Let's go to the budget. Marketing budget. We don't need ticket sales anymore. We don't need game ticket advertising. Controller issues there. So we want to advertise the team quite a bit because we need to get our prestige and whatnot up, get our fan base up. So general advertising helps that. I don't think we have any money left here. Funds remaining. 400,000. So we can repair something. Although my arch nemesis, the club seats, because with club seats you have to upgrade them only in the off season. So I like to get them upgraded as soon as possible because if I have money. Let's take a look at our operations budget just quick. We have an extra 132. Let's dump all that in there. Already got rid of our scout budget. We're not going to do much with coaches, so we can get some money back there. Advertising and promotions, no. Okay, how much do we have in advertising? I want to steal some from there because I want to get these club seats upgraded. Let's just do that for now. One thing I really don't like about this is for some reason they arbitrarily chose that club seats have to be upgraded in the off season when anything else can be upgraded at any time. So you need to save your budget for when that's available. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. But maybe they asked people who actually handle this stuff at arenas. I don't know. I'm not sure. Alright, let's put the money back into advertising so we actually have some budget there. Okay, good. Alright, time for the fun part. Let's look at the players. So if we go to contracts, How I try and sort of go through it is position by position, centers. Athanasio is up. Now, how much money do we have available? We have 17 million to spend. What does Athanasio want? Reasonable. Bridge contract. Does he want to resign with us? He does. Okay, so let's cut a little bit down and see if he can go for 2 years at 315. Seems pretty reasonable. That way we keep our center costs kind of low at the moment. Maybe something pops up in free agency. Sven Berchi, Drake Jula. Jula wants to re-sign with us. I'm kind of surprised at that. I mean, what does he want in terms of contract? Yeah, I can do that. Even if he plays in the A, I'm fine with that. Berchi. Let's... We're doing on contract numbers 41. Then we can keep him for the A and also depth. Yeah, he doesn't want much, so we'll just go with that. Now, here's 2 of our draft picks. 18 years old, 4th round guy. Hazard to say let's let them mature a year and then look at them. Because we don't have to sign them right away, we got time. Second rounder. Stars are looking pretty good. I think we'll give him a contract. He may play he may still play in junior though, which is a distinct possibility. I like Christian Juice, so let's see what. 2 years at 1 point. Yeah, I think we'll deal with that for 6-7. Mueller. We're gonna have a lot of depth here, so what does he want? 1 year at 1 way. I can deal with that too. He can be our 6-7 as well. You want 1 way, 2 years, 1 mil. Oh, that's okay. Daniel Norby. He's still got like potential. His numbers are. I mean, okay in the A, I guess. Yeah, let's see if we can do better. Even though he's got high potential, like I don't know, he might turn into something, but his overall is pretty low. Here's our first rounder. Probably going to go back to junior for a year, so let's let that happen. Along with all these other guys. I mean, we don't need to sign anybody here yet. We do need some defensemen for the A, but we'll get those in free agency. These guys, just let them build for a year, although... Yeah, I don't even think he was like a year away. He's like 2 years away, so we'll let him go. And the last one to consider is Stolars. Starter medium. Stolars want in terms of money. Let's find out. Not much. Okay, let's do it. Because I'm not going to sign any of these guys soon, and Mr. Vader will just... Sorry, Mr. Vader will just continue to do his thing. I mean, maybe it's a chip or something, or we can trade one of these two. Because, well, I mean, Staylock was fine, and the contract is good. That's the thing, is we're kind of walking out of the fantasy draft with a lot of good contracts. So unless something really blows me away, we're kind of locked in with where we are. Although that's not going to inhibit me from signing somebody in free agency if there's a gem. So let's take a day, see what happens. Okay, yeah, he wants a little more. That's fine. Easy decision, easy decision. A lot of easy decisions. Okay. I was trying to get a little cheaper on Athanasiu, but you know, I always do like I think it used to be 15% in the older games. I try 10 and see if they want, especially if they want an extension. It's usually easier to go. You can try going lower. So let's try cut some cash off of it. Just give us a couple extra 100,000. Advance a day. What do you say? Being really picky about that 200,000. Okay, let's try 3. I know it's kind of splitting hairs, but it's fine. Oh, okay, that's what he wanted. 3-3 is good. Okay. Klingberg, it's when he comes up, like in 1-2 years. That's going to be the big year that we probably have to jettison some players or something, because like we can't hang on to everybody at these dollar values. Some of them we got on good contracts, like Scheifele is good, Arvidsson's good, Teravainen's pretty good too. Timo Meier is going to be expensive, although he's already at 6, so we'll see what happens. All right. So let's just double check all skaters. We can look at our UFAs. Nope. RFAs. No. All good now? Okay. Good. So that's it for re-signing our players. Let's move right up to free agency. See what's going on. We'll get to that in a bit. Okay, so we have 10 contracts to work with. We definitely need some defensemen for the A. But let's see. Let's do a sort of an assessment of what we have in each position. So in the centers, our first liner is Scheifele, second is Athanasiu, third is Butstad, and then we have Kyra and Sakura. Now we need a fourth line center. Just make a note for myself. Need a fourth center. We look at our wingers. Teravainen, Puri, Hyman, Berchi, Sorensen. That's fine. Because on the right we have Arvidsson, Meyer, and Yarncrook. So right now we have Puri or Yarncrook in our first second line on left wing. So if we can pick up a big time left winger, that wouldn't be terrible. Now what do we have in terms of... The question is what do we have in terms of players? So Scheifele is playmaker. We have 2 playmakers down the middle. On the left side, Teravainen is a playmaker as well. Right side, Arvidsson, sniper, power forward. So a sniper wouldn't hurt. So 1-2, sniper. That would be alright if we can find something there. We need to find a right winger regardless, because we need to... So we need basically a 4 right winger. And an extra wing. And on defense, I think we're good on defense. We got a top 6 and then a spare, so I think we're good for defense. And goaltending, we're also good. Stolars is fine, or sorry, Stalock is fine, and Gibson is definitely fine. Okay, let's go hunting. We'll work on the trade block later because we're not worried about trades when we can sign stuff in free agency. Okay. Taylor Hall is obviously the first one that stands out. 89 overall sniper. He wants 9 mil over 6 years. The 9 mil isn't terrible, the 6 years, not really interested in that. Especially, he's 28, so you know. Zdeno Chara wants 4.3. Going down the list, now, see now we've like dropped all the way off in terms of top 6. Yeah. So really the only big one is Taylor Hall. I mean, in 2 years we got big contracts coming up, so we could do a 2-year deal. We can play him in the off wing. 3 teams are interested. We've got 15 mil. There's a lot of good defensemen available. I mean, we don't need defensemen. Unless we use something to trade for a winger and pick up a defenseman, that's another option. But that's a gamble. I've done that before where I gambled on a free agent and lost. So, I mean, let's see if Taylor Hall would do. What does he want for 2 years? He wants around the same money. That's a significant chunk of our leftover cash. I don't think he's going to decide today. But we have to offer him probably somewhere near 10 to get him at 2 years. And that's a big chunk. Not that we need like anything big. The other thing we can do is take a quick look at this. So if we go player search, let's look at forward. Let's try second line forward, player type sniper. Want them before the age of 28, let's say. Max salary. Let's say max salary is 9. And we want like two years on it. Minimum 2 years, max like 4. See what's available. Now we won't have good, necessarily good scouting on all these, so a guy on our team already. Burakovsky, I'm not so sure on. Just need a rider's contract. Two years at 5 mil. Okay. We're not really sure on his trade value either. Okay. Okay. You know what we're probably gonna do? It's now I got an idea. Let's do our trade block. We'll fill out the rest of the things and then see what we get offered. So, don't want to do those. I don't want to put up our first rounders. We'll do the surplus, basically anything. Just open her right up. Forward. Vents. Goalie. No. Gonna have to be pretty specific or we're gonna get offered the sun. Here, we're gonna do forward. Just get rid of all those. Just kind of switch these. Forward, say second line. Eight. These 2 years. And we want to make sure that they're like somebody, somebody that's, you know, not a rookie or something. So let's bump this up to 80, 81. So that way they offer us at least people that we're going to use, not just whoever. Alright, so we'll leave that. Let's go fill out our other positions. So we'll leave our 1-2 winger sniper to be who knows what. But let's go look into the rest of the positions. So we need a 4th center. Let's do all and then centers. Search by role. They drop off too much in terms of overall, yeah. So overall is kind of low. Our Lindholm. Does he fit? No assessment. Uncle Carlson. Can only kill 1, forward 2, top 6. All forward lines. Kinda like that. What's his overall? Kinda normal. Don't know on Nick Shore. I'm just looking at the Pro Scout assessment to see who fits our coach's scheme for a 4th liner. Okay, it's not doing anything. Let's go back up. Start into thirds and see what we got. Alright. Evan Rodriguez, 1. Forward line 2, forward line 4, Anisimov. He wants 1.9. 2 years. They're not going with Ryan. Jeff Carter's interesting. Forward line 3, top 6. 1, forward line 2, forward line 2, forward line 2. Bottom 6. Leo. 3 years. I don't think so. Bottom 6 on Marcus Kruger. Sounds good. 6 feet, 30 years old. Yeah. Kruger looks like it's the good option. I'm not only going to give him 1, but I'll give him a little extra money. I don't want to be locked up for 2 years on a 4th line center. Right, so we need a 4th right wing. Goodness. It's like this is just not the year for free agents, that's for sure. Bottom 6 would be good. Some variety. 6, no. Penalty killing. Bottom 6 forward. Frolik. Oh, too expensive. Sorry, Frolik, too much money. Bottom 6, Dustin Brown. I think he wanted more. Blake Como. That's a good thing. We can go with that because like even 1.6 for 1 year. Veteran presence, all that business. That works for me. We need an extra winger, so let's go look for a depth winger. This we're gonna look for somebody on a 2-way. See what's available. See what left wingers are available. 2-way. Gosh. Right wingers. Okay. Grinder for the 4th line. Ryan White. No idea. 2. So let's go with Witkowski, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter if he's terrible, then we just shove him in the minors. We can always pick up a depth forward in some way. Let's do the same for the senders. Let's see what's a wheel then. I mean, even if he's just bad, we just stick him in the A. Okay, that works. We needed some defensemen in the A, is what we needed. Guys, what's with these deals? Alright. You look good for the AHL. Years. Drafted. Nope, not 2 years. I'll give you more money though. Give you 25 grand more to cough up a year. How's that? And we'll do Erickson for 1 year. Just give him more money. Try and give him more money? There we go. Okay. That should do. Alright, let's see what a day brings. Nothing doing? Timo Meier and Kajula for 2 first-rounders. I mean, I gotta look at that. Contender. I mean, most of that is Timo Meier. I don't want to give up Timo Meier. First and second and Zykov for Henrique. Okay. Kajula and Kyra for a 3rd and a 5th. Semi-interesting. Nah, that's okay. Kruger is in. Nelson's in. Kowski is in. Well then. Blake Como's in. Guess maybe it's Despres? I don't know. Erickson. Okay, good. Arvidsson and Yarncrook for our 2 first-rounders. Contender again. I know. Wonder if that's all the trades that we're gonna see. Let's go back to the free agency and see if Taylor Hall signed with somebody. He has not. He wants 9.2 over 6 years still, and he's got 4 interested. We've got 13 million in cap space, and we've pretty much satisfied all of our other things. I mean, you know what we could do? Could just say, hey, Taylor Hall, about $11 million for 1 year. He may just do that. Let's see what happens. I was extremely happy to accept your offer. Excellent. For 1 year. Good. Sherratt and Miller for a 1st and a 3rd. We're gonna have to change up that trade block because, like, I think we're good now. Yeah, contender. Because we just have a bunch of contenders offering us draft picks, and I'm not interested in ditching my team, especially when I think we've just sort of made. I know I know we have well, we got a good setup here. The only thing I guess we could do possibly is upgrade at second center, but I want to see if Athanasio can do something. I mean, worst case scenario, we're like terrible halfway through the season and we just sell off Taylor Hall for all that stuff that people want to give us. So let's clean up our trade block, because I don't think I want to do what we have there. Yeah. Let's just let's get through this off season, because like our team is pretty set. Free agency is pretty solid. I mean, maybe we can get through the preseason and setup and all that stuff. Guess I'm always interested in first rounders, so we'll just leave that on for some reason if somebody feels the necessity to trade us for something. I don't know if we have any players that we just want to jettison. Thing I like to do, rookie skaters, check their ages, 22. I don't know if this guy's going to be a thing. Schnar. Maybe not. Okay, we're gonna put him on the block. I don't think he's not gonna get a first rounder, but it's okay. Rookie skaters. That. It's like 20 years old and 56. Oh, that's Bach. I was hoping for things from Bach, but he's pretty low. And maybe he'll be in the A next season? But he's still got potential. I mean, we can trade him. Let's put him on the block, see what people do. Worst case, we get an offer for him and we flip him. There's left, okay. Alright. Well, let's fast forward then. It's going to be a short off season. Normally it takes me a little longer than this, but I think we're good. We may not get any offers. Just asking for first rounders, basically. Computer's pretty apt to only offer you things that you actually want. Bach for their we have their trade, like their draft picks for 3 years. It's so tempting. Okay, let's let's see if this happens. I mean, Bach may turn into something, but okay, let's try that. Take a look at Bach again, just to see if I feel like I need to. I don't think he's going to be anything. Let's take that first rounder for him. Alright. Good stuff. Just a long simulation. That's okay. Picked up another first rounder. I thought Bach might be something, but, you know, if he's not turning out, then might as well flip him. Who knows what that pick could end up being. So we sold a lot of our season tickets. That's excellent. Provided you with extra money. Good. Oh, we didn't pick up scouts. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we'll just sign people for a year and then replace like all of our scouts next year. New owner goals. Win the Stanley Cup. No, okay. Profits. Selling suites. Concessions. Okay. It's all business stuff this year. Take a look at our lines. I think we got a good shot this year. Best lines. Now, why does Timo Meyer keep getting dumped on like the the last line make any sense? There we go. I know that changes the line chemistry look pretty good there, but want the best players up top. Bing. What if we do this? Okay. Sniper player. Okay. That we'll go with. Defense was fine. Right. Now, all the management stuff. Marketing budget. This can go down. This can go back up. Some season ticket sales. Or some regular ticket sales, sorry. Whoop. There we go. Okay. Operations budget. We're not spending any more coaches. I never use all the scout. Oh gosh. I never use all the scout travel. Scout salaries, let's add a little bit, which I didn't spend anything on. Promotions is fine, and the rest will dump into arena operations because that just costs a mint. Okay. Now, they wanted us to sell suites. So, what we're gonna do is dump the price. Actually, hold on. There we go. It's better. Those were still like Stanley Cup prices. That's a bad idea. Okay. Sessions. Now he just wanted us to upgrade. I don't think he wanted fan happiness or whatever on concessions. Let's check our owner goals, because like concession approval is different. Our concessions upgrade, 85% of the suites and expected profit. Okay. Upgrade and maintain. Let's do all the necessities of upgrade first. Those bare necessities. Those are just the repairs. You wanted us to upgrade the concessions, so we'll upgrade. The club seats are at 100. Let's just repair the parking lot. What does that leave us with? 1.4. Which is that to upgrade it. This one, do we have enough to upgrade? Upgrade as well. Why not? Make them better. Alright. So the next thing I'd like to do is we're just going to sim through the preseason, but we're going to get to just after there so we can do any roster moves that we have to do. So start just after the Brantford game, see how people are. We'll get some, right? So, oh, I still didn't do the scouts. My gosh. Okay. Just got a little excited there, you know. Losing everything in the first half of the season is not a big deal. I shouldn't say first half. The first 10 games, I mean, in preseason, it's not indicative of anything. I've had teams that are just terrible in the first bit, just because you got new players and whatnot, and then all of a sudden they turn it around. Obviously, like last season, I thought that was a tank season, but what do you do? All right, before I forget again, let's do the scouts, and we'll get up to. We'll do the first couple games, I guess. We'll call it a day for this video. So, assign scout, Rory, go get some scouts. Okay, they're probably not going to be great, but they might be better than what we have. Who knows? No, sea level. Okay. Don't exactly have a ton to spend either. So you know what? Let's just get this guy, but I want him for 1 year. 143. Extra 5. And I need an NHL, I think. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna try and get them just for a year. Okay. What I'm gonna do also before I advance the day is put a little bit more money into the scouting just to make sure they don't bounce. So one thing eventually I do go over to allow the computer to control the finances, but sometimes with the scouting and coaching budget I have to change it to back so I can manually manipulate how much money they're going to give me for salaries and whatnot, because do this too. Put scout salaries and then the rest in advertising. But sometimes I have to do that to go in manually manipulate the budget and then get the scouts I need or coaches I need and then put it back on auto because it just doesn't give me enough money to get once you have a good rank of scoutings and good ranks of scouts and whatnot. The funny thing is those 2 C scouts are generally better than what I fired because I think they were like a C or C minus and an E. Okay, so let's just view our contracts. So main roster centers. We need to. What do we have in this system? Noel Lachari needs to come up. Okay. Okay, hold on. Forwards. Sorry, let's go to roster management. If we look at the edit lines first. What do we have in the spares? Scratched is Berchi and Sorensen. We don't need 2 wingers. So let's go to roster moves. And in roster moves in the system, let's take Achari. I think it was Achari and Eriksson. That was Mueller. Achari and Mueller, I think. NHL, we're going to send one of the 2 guys down that was at the bottom there. So Sorensen or Berchi. Sorensen's getting the money. Send Berchi down. Okay. Good. Good lines. Line up here, go down to the A. Lines. Okay. There we go. We got some depth in the A. Our lines are all set. And if we go back to NHL, what I like to do is in my scratch department here, I like to keep a center, a winger, and a defenseman. That way I got replacements everywhere. Okay. Let's get to the first game season. I like to do all that just after the last preseason game to make sure waivers is not an issue or whatever. So let's sim up to the first game and we'll sim the first game of the season. Oh, okay. Well, we'll figure out the scouts next time. They don't want my offer. It's probably based on the years. We'll have to offer them a little more money, that's fine. Alright. So let's sim this game and then we'll call it a day. 8 times it. Let's go. Athanasiou, that shiny new contract, scoring a goal. Rasmus Dahlin of the Boston Bruins. Okay. I guess nothing should surprise me at this point, but you know, it still looks weird. Some of the players and some of the places they ended up. Rasmus Dahlin again. On Staylock, for some reason, Staylock is starting our home opener. That's just, you know. Kruger puts one in. Excellent. Power play. Nothing doing. Into the second period. And we're tied 2-2. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Let's win the, well, not the home opener, but the first game of the season. Let's at least get that out of the way. Sprong scores on Staylock. Power play. Let's go. There you go. Butestad. Guy always comes through. Because he's a Butte. Oh. You heard me. Decided to light up Vasilevsky for the game winner. Way to go, Butestad. I like that trade. That was just good. But then we lose Shifley. Alright, well, we'll just give it best roster this time, and then we'll fix it next time. But thank you for joining me for the off season and the start of the next season, the 2020-2021 season. Hopefully it starts in 2020 in real life. Who knows? But thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of when new stuff comes out. Thank you, and have a good one.